Hello, and thanks for tuning in. In this review, I'm going to be taking a look at the greatest slasher film ever made. And now, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The movie's about a group of kids on a road trip through rural Texas. They end up accidentally stumbling upon a clan of cannibalistic crazies, and as you would expect, chaos ensues. Like fellow horror films Psycho, Deranged, and The Silence of the Lambs, it's based on the real-life serial killer Ed Gein, but very loosely. The pacing of the film is spectacular, and it all culminates in an incredibly insane, explosive ending. Director Tobe Hooper does an excellent job at maintaining an overall sense of dread throughout the entirety of the film. The film was actually intended to have some elements of dark comedy, however they completely fail and add to the overall sense of madness. It's pretty well shot and has some pretty cool camera angles. I'm also a big fan of the gritty look. The acting is all pretty strong, especially that of the villainous family. It's also chock full of memorable characters and moments that have been ripped off countless times by other filmmakers over the years. Production designer Bob Burns' work deserves special praise. Everything in this movie looks gritty and real, and some of it actually was, including human and animal skeletons. His look on the iconic Leatherface mask is also yet to be topped. With that said, there is a surprisingly small amount of gore in the movie. In fact, Hooper was actually aiming to get a PG rating. The overall brutality of the kills, however, ensured that it received an R. And it also proves that your imagination is much stronger than what a filmmaker can show you on screen. There's no actual score and very little soundtrack in the movie. Instead, the filmmakers decided to make the audio mimic what an animal would hear in a slaughterhouse, to great effect. Fun fact, one early working title for the movie was Head Cheese. Think we can all be glad they changed that one. In closing, there is definitely a reason this movie is considered to be one of the most iconic and greatest horror films ever made. It introduced the world to a ton of slasher movie tropes that are still ripped off to this day, some of the greatest production design you're ever likely to see in a movie, period, and one of the greatest movie killers of all time. If you've somehow never seen it before, you should absolutely rectify that situation now. And if you have, go ahead and pay it a revisit, because it's always worth a watch.